The Denver Broncos are not having a season as they expected. They entered this year thinking they could contend for a playoff spot, but currently sit with a record of 2-6. There have been many issues with this team, and a lot is going to fall upon the coaches and the front office personnel. Some of these guys' seats should be quite warm. Vic Fangio is doing a solid job, and his defense is starting to click. They did falter in 3 different games with late leads, but he is showing growth as a coach as each game goes by. If the Broncos didn't fire Vance Joseph after 1 year, it is hard to see them fire Fangio after 1 year. Rick Scangarello should have a very hot seat. After the loss to the Colts, Joe Flacco and Philip Lindsay both threw him under the bus. This comes a week after Vic Fangio and Emmanuel Sanders threw him under the bus after the loss to the Kansas City Chiefs. His play calling is pretty atrocious, and he looks way in over his head. Ed Donatell is doing a fine job as a defensive coordinator, but since Vic Fangio is calling the plays, there isn't much really to judge how Donatell is actually doing. What can be said is he's doing a good job of getting the system installed and players ready to go with many injuries. The hottest seat goes to John Elway. This team is in a world of suck largely because of his failures in the front office. He has tried and tried to dig this team out of a hole, but with no success. 2 of his 3 big free agent signings have barely played or not played at all this season, and his failures in the 2015 and 2017 NFL draft have really set this team back. Joe Ellis also deserves to be mentioned. He is part of the trust that is running the Broncos. However, with him in that position, there is no one in place that can fire Joe Ellis. This is a big reason the Broncos need to get their owner situation resolved. Until that situation is resolved, it is hard to see the Broncos really be contenders again. There have been multiple failures from John Elway and Joe Ellis, and their ego to hold on to mistakes and let the mistakes compound is holding the team back. An owner is needed in Denver and stat. For Mile High Huddle and Sports Illustrated, I'm Eric Trickle.